did the 1,975 film Jaws leave you terrified of razor-sharp teeth and the insatiable bloodlust of that oceanic menace? If so, congratulations. You've joined millions who've fallen for one of the most classic, cinematic, and biological hoaxes ever perpetrated. The truth is, sharks are often gentler and more beneficial to nature than we humans are. Come along with your planet as we dismantle 8 common misconceptions about these magnificent denizens of the blue, shattering those outdated stereotypes once and for all. The mere mention of the word shark often conjures up vivid images of razor-sharp teeth, a menacing dorsal fin cutting through the water, and an insatiable desire for blood. From the iconic film Jaws to sensational news headlines, sharks frequently embody danger and extreme fear. This widespread misapprehension that sharks are savage killing machines solely bent on attacking and devouring humans has deeply permeated popular belief. Yet, is this a genuine portrayal, or simply an exaggerated fishtail fueled by media sensationalism and generations of misunderstanding? Human-shark interactions, leading to bites, are predominantly a result of mistaken identity or natural curiosity, particularly in turbid waters or during periods of low light. To a shark, a swimmer or surfer might resemble a plump seal or a sluggish sea turtle, coveted items on their dietary radar. Sharks do not genuinely seek to consume humans. Our lean flesh lacks the substantial fatty blubber they require, and frankly, our taste might not quite make the cut. Perhaps we are simply too bland for their sophisticated palates. Following a tentative bite, a shark typically disengages swiftly upon realizing this is not their customary meal. Thus, they are not really oceanic assassins, but rather discerning diners who merely made an incorrect order. Scientific investigations employing a shark's visual perspective, comparing the visual cues of humans and common prey like pinnipeds, robustly support the mistaken identity hypothesis. These studies reveal that from below, a shark struggles to unequivocally differentiate between humans and their preferred prey based on movement and silhouette. While we continue to shudder at the thought of shark jaws, the irony is profound. Humanity poses the most significant threat to the very existence of sharks. Annually, an estimated 100 million sharks are decimated, primarily for their fins, which are destined for shark fin soup, a dish considered a luxury. Additionally, sharks are hunted for their meat, liver oil, and other derivatives. Historical records indicate shark liver oil was utilized in diverse sectors, including aviation as a lubricant and in cosmetic formulations. This unchecked overfishing has propelled numerous shark species to the precipice of extinction, manifested in a catastrophic 71% decline in oceanic shark and ray populations over the past 5 decades. This alarming reduction is overwhelmingly attributable to overfishing, and its severity is amplified by the intrinsically slow growth rates and low reproductive capacities of many shark species, rendering them incapable of replenishing their numbers rapidly enough to counteract human predation. Beyond direct targeting, sharks are also collateral casualties of indiscriminate fishing practices, inadvertently entangled as bycatch in nets or traps set for other fish. Environmental degradation from plastic contamination and noxious chemicals, climatic shifts leading to escalating ocean temperatures and acidification, and the erosion of vital coastal habitats all contribute to the global attrition of shark populations. For instance, ocean acidification specifically impedes the development and survival of juvenile sharks and rays, as it can dissolve the calcium carbonate crucial for their skeletal and dental formation. If sharks possessed the power of speech, they would likely lament, "We are the true victims here. You are devouring us faster than we can even comprehend what is happening and simultaneously obliterating our homes." This resonates not as a mere sarcastic jab, but as a deeply heartbreaking truth. Encouragingly, there is a burgeoning awareness of the pivotal ecological role sharks fulfill within marine ecosystems. Numerous organizations and scientific bodies are tirelessly advocating for shark conservation through rigorous research, public education, and policy reform. A correct understanding of sharks not only assuages unfounded fears, but also contributes to safeguarding an indispensable link in the ocean's intricate food web. Sharks, as apex predators, exert crucial top-down control, thereby maintaining the vitality of marine ecosystems by regulating prey populations, including mesopredators like groupers and herbivores, such as sea turtles and dugongs. This vital control prevents the overgrazing of critical habitats, like coral reefs and seagrass meadows, ensuring their ecological integrity and biological richness. When shark populations plummet, these delicate ecological equilibria are shattered, initiating cascading effects throughout the food web. We must recalibrate our perspective. Sharks are not the bloodthirsty monsters of our imaginings, but rather casualties of deeply entrenched misconceptions and egregious human conduct. Protecting sharks translates directly into safeguarding the equilibrium and health of the ocean, our shared global abode. Let us collaborate to transition our perception from apprehension to comprehension, from adversary to fellow inhabitant, in the collective endeavor to preserve our majestic blue ocean. Is it not time we extended an olive branch to our magnificent finned counterparts? When confronted with cinematic portrayals of jagged teeth and cold, unblinking eyes, our collective imagination often conjures a singular image of sharks, an unyielding, aggressive hunting machine, perpetually stalking its quarry in the vast ocean. The conviction that every shark species is a ferocious predator has deeply embedded itself in public consciousness, largely due to sensationalized narratives and exaggerated depictions. But does this represent a comprehensive understanding, or merely a limited perspective on one of our planet's most ancient and astonishingly diverse creatures? The widespread conviction portraying all sharks as aggressive predators is a reductive oversimplification, perhaps even a tad naive. The aquatic world of sharks is an immense and varied realm, home to over 500 distinct species, each possessing individual characteristics in terms of form, dimension, sustenance, and conduct. Categorizing them all as universally aggressive is akin to presuming all avian species are eagles or all mammals are lions, a rather uninformed generalization. Would you not agree? This extraordinary diversity extends to their living environments, spanning from shallow coastal regions to the ocean's most profound abysses, and remarkably, even infiltrating some freshwater systems. The bull shark, for instance, is famously capable of tolerating freshwater and has been documented navigating rivers for thousands of miles inland. Among these myriad shark species, only a select few, such as the great white, tiger, and bull sharks, truly embody the archetypal apex predator frequently showcased in popular media. These formidable species are large, possess razor-sharp teeth designed for tearing flesh, and indeed occupy the highest echelons of their food chains. They fulfill a crucial role in regulating prey populations and upholding ecological equilibrium. However, their interactions with humans are often misconstrued. Perhaps they maintain a rather refined palate, and human simply isn't featured on their daily specials. For example, a shark's typical prey, such as a seal or a substantial fish, delivers a high-fat meal vital for their energy demands, a nutritional profile that human bodies generally do not possess. Given that not all sharks are bloodthirsty ocean assassins, what then do they actually do? The answer lies in their remarkable biological variation. Consider, for instance, the immense, gentle giants of the sea. Leading examples include the whale shark, basking shark, and megamouth shark. These three are among the largest fish globally, with the whale shark, sometimes extending an impressive 12 meters in length, significantly surpassing the great white, which typically ranges from 4–6 meters. Yet they are incredibly affable creatures and quite unhurried when it comes to hunting. They are filter feeders, meaning they navigate slowly with their mouths agape, sifting vast quantities of seawater to collect plankton, minuscule organisms, and small fish through their gill structures. Imagine a colossal biological mechanism that subsists solely on microscopic entities imperceptible to the naked eye. Truly a formidable but innocuous creature. Entirely disparate from the aggressive predator image frequently applied to the entire shark family. The intricate gill rakers of these filter feeders are exquisite examples of natural engineering, meticulously separating minuscule food particles from vast volumes of water with impressive efficiency. Moving on, we encounter a range of smaller shark species, each with specialized dietary needs and distinct behavioral patterns. The angel shark, characterized by its flattened body and exceptional ability to camouflage on the seabed, preys on small fish and bottom-dwelling invertebrates. They act more as patient, concealed ambush predators than aggressive pursuers, much like a person passively awaiting food to magically appear. Or consider the nurse shark, a lethargic, bottom-dwelling species often found resting leisurely on coral reefs. They employ their small, blunt teeth to crush shellfish such as crabs, lobsters, and mollusks. They are not ideal subjects for cinematic thrillers about sharks. They would likely be better cast as diligent shell collectors. The dentition of nurse sharks is precisely adapted for their diet, providing a powerful crushing force rather than the sharp, tearing edges characteristic of a great white. Then there is the hammerhead shark, renowned for its distinctively shaped head. While undeniably active predators, frequently feeding on fish, squid, and crustaceans, they sometimes display rather idiosyncratic behaviors, such as utilizing their hammer-shaped heads to pin down prey on the seafloor. This distinctive head shape also affords them superior binocular vision and heightened electroreception, enabling them to sweep the seabed with greater efficacy in search of hidden prey. Some deep-sea shark species specialize in consuming bioluminescent fish, or even scavenging on carcasses that descend to the ocean floor. This rich tapestry of shark behavior and dietary preferences underscores their profound adaptation to diverse habitats. Certain species have evolved razor-sharp teeth and potent jaws for hunting large prey, while others have developed the capacity to filter plankton from seawater, highlighting the extensive evolutionary pathways within the shark lineage. The misconception that all sharks are aggressive is not merely a trivial misunderstanding. It poses a substantial obstacle to the conservation efforts crucial for these vital creatures. When we perceive them solely through the distorted lens of fear, we inadvertently overlook their indispensable role in maintaining the delicate balance of marine ecosystems. Sharks, irrespective of whether they are apex predators or filter feeders, contribute significantly to the overall health of the ocean. They assist in regulating the populations of other species, systematically eliminating weak or diseased individuals, thereby preserving the health and biodiversity of marine ecosystems. Should sharks vanish, the intricate food chain would inevitably unravel, and the entire ocean would face unforeseen consequences, including potential trophic cascades, where changes at one level of the food web reverberate throughout the entire ecosystem. This could lead to an uncontrolled proliferation of certain prey species, overgrazing of critical habitats like coral reefs, and ultimately, a pervasive decline in overall ocean biodiversity. Therefore, we must set aside outdated prejudices and cultivate a more profound understanding of the shark world. They are not one-dimensional predators, but a diverse and intricate assemblage of species, each occupying a unique position and fulfilling a specific role within the grand tapestry of the ocean. While it is true that some species are best admired from a distance in their natural habitat, there are also those with whom one could safely swim, perhaps even more securely than navigating a bustling urban thoroughfare. Let us transform our perception, shifting from unreasoning fear to enlightened understanding and profound respect for these ancient and magnificent denizens of the ocean. It is truly time we vindicated the reputation of our finned companions. When the immense ocean panorama unfolds, our minds often conjure images of sharks as relentless hunters, creatures eternally propelled forward to merely survive. This pervasive conviction has deeply embedded itself in the popular imagination, painting a vivid picture of marine animals perpetually in motion to sustain life. Yet, is this a rigorous scientific truth, or simply a piece of unsubstantiated folklore, widely disseminated without proper scrutiny, much like the improbable claim of rapid weight loss through mere breathing exercises? The widely held belief that sharks must constantly swim to remain alive is a significant oversimplification, perhaps even a bit flippant, given the sheer biological diversity among shark species. Just as humans employ various methods for respiration, so too do sharks, and not every single one is obliged to remain in ceaseless motion. This common misunderstanding frequently originates from observations primarily focused on pelagic sharks, those that inhabit the open ocean. Sharks principally utilize two distinct modes for extracting oxygen: ram ventilation and buccal pumping. A large proportion of the shark species frequently featured in nature documentaries, such as the great white shark, mako shark, or blue shark, genuinely require continuous locomotion to breathe. These species employ a technique known as ram ventilation. Through this mechanism, they must propel themselves forward to force oxygen-rich water over their gills. Should their movement cease, the water flow also stops, rendering them unable to adequately extract oxygen for survival. For these aquatic long-distance athletes, ceasing movement is akin to a marathon runner deciding to indulge in a scenic break mid-race. The repercussions would be rather unpleasant. These obligate ram ventilators typically possess less muscular control over the opening and closing of their mouths and pharynx, rendering continuous forward motion indispensable for efficient oxygen absorption. For example, a great white shark needs to maintain a minimum speed of approximately 0.7 meters per second to ensure a sufficient current of oxygenated water across its gills. However, not every shark species is destined for this life of perpetual motion. Numerous shark species, particularly those residing on the seabed or within low-current environments, employ a different respiratory strategy termed buccal pumping. These species possess the remarkable ability to actively draw water over their mouths and expel it through their gills by engaging specific muscles surrounding their oral cavity and pharynx, even when perfectly stationary or resting upon the ocean floor. Common representatives of this group include the nurse shark, wobbegong shark, angel shark, and even the Port Jackson shark. These laid-back aquatic artists can comfortably remain motionless on the seabed for extended periods, breathing normally, as if to cheekily inform us, "Who declared that sharks must swim constantly? I am merely enjoying my underwater vacation here." The buccal pumping mechanism functions by creating a pressure gradient within the shark's mouth and pharynx, effectively drawing water in and pushing it across the gill filaments, much like the action of an old-fashioned bellows. Intriguingly, some shark species even exhibit the remarkable capacity to fluidly switch between these two respiratory techniques, depending on the prevailing circumstances. For instance, the sand tiger shark can engage in ram ventilation while actively swimming and transition to buccal pumping when at rest. This extraordinary adaptability highlights the incredible diversity and flexibility sharks display within their various habitats. Furthermore, certain bottom-dwelling sharks possess a specialized opening known as a spiracle, situated behind their eyes, which facilitates the intake of water into their gills when they are immobile. This small, often overlooked aperture is essentially a modified gill slit, allowing water to bypass the mouth entirely, which is particularly advantageous when the shark's mouth is obscured by sand or occupied with feeding. This further corroborates that not all sharks are confined to incessant swimming for their very survival.